Well, good evening.
Welcome to Ham Radio Clubhouse. That was great.
I love that track, man. I know we've used it several times, but I love that track.
Young kids don't know. That's rock and roll, man. That's 70s, 80s rock and roll. You know? Oh, man, the stories I could tell you all.
I try to. They could be.
I try to screech like Axl Rose when it was playing, but smoking kind of ruined that dream.
Sorry, guys. I was temporarily offline there for a minute. My bad.
I know that guy temporarily. I know T.O.
Hey.
Well, how's everyone doing tonight? It's been a minute. I'm done with Midnights. Thank God.
Forever?
Next month.
For
wow. I tried to get rid of all of them for the rest of the year, but unfortunately, some of us have to work the graveyards. But anyway. So let's go around the room. We haven't done this in a while. We've added a lot of new subscribers. We've added a lot of new listeners to the podcast. So why don't we take a second, go around the room, introduce yourself. The links to your channels are down below. Just give somebody a quick elevator speech of why they should subscribe to your YouTube channel. And we'll start with Izzo.
Well, why should you subscribe to Smoke Signals RF? Because I like...
Sorry.
Only your friends, man. Only your friends will do that.
That's right. You know something? That's why you should... go to my show, because my channel, it's our channel because we are friends and we talk radio, cigars, food, we have fun, and we're respectful of the hobby and we hammering it forward. And guess what? If I've got to do it, I only want to do it with these guys and everybody in the chat. So there you go.
Man,
let's admit it,
man.
Let's admit it. Your wife Sue is the best part about your channel. She makes a guest appearance.
And we've been talking over
Izzo.
We are talking about we went for a ride on Sunday. We went to Rhode Island. We played a little POTA. And when you get on those long stretches and those back roads, you know, every topic in the book comes up, like when we were dating. We haven't lost it. Our love is very, very strong. And faith towards each other. And so when you talk about everything from A to Z, that's one thing that did come up between the alphabet. And we said we were conjuring how do I crowbar it in again? Crowbar her in again, and wanted something a little bit different and unique. Something a little bit unique. So,
into your channel.
Into the
Did you guys
channel.
just gotta?
Oh, okay, gotcha. Need a little clarification.
And she knows how to change. Hey, wait a minute. She knows how to change a flat tire. Don't you? Let me tell you something.
Is it the spare tire that's around your waist?
Yeah, welcome, man. Beer snack.
Can
We've
we
missed
just
you,
move on?
man. We've missed you.
Beer snack. Beer snack. How's it going, beer snack?
What a
I'm doing
segue.
pretty good. Oh yeah. No, I'm doing pretty good here. Last week the migraine kicked my butt and got over it. It took 2 days, and it was finally cleared out. And after that, I went back to trying to figure out how to get. Love that
I'm
sound.
sorry. Is that a
I
little
love
loud?
that sound. Try to figure out how to get HF signals back in the apartment, and still running back and forth and figuring that out. Going with that. As far as the channel, yeah. So I might update something, maybe, if I have time. Other than that, there's no new content on my channel. I'm hanging out here. I'm hanging out on Thursdays. Everybody hang out with FT8, because it's not real radio.
And we're doing what? No. But what are we doing? We're having what?
We're having fun. Actually, I was laughing hysterically. I was scrolling through the book face, and one of those ads came up for Family Guy, and it was the episode where Lois is golfing, and Peter's yelling at her, "It's fun, Lois. You're supposed to be having fun. We're having fun." And I lost it because that's my first thought. I was like, That's me. That's me yelling at people, yelling at the zombies right there.
That's Beer Snack on 40 meters. I said it's fun.
7.2. No, 7188. 7188.
7188. Not to call anybody out there. But you do have an opportunity for some content because there's probably other people that are in apartments like yourself or recently moved into a more restrictive area that could learn from your getting RF signals into your house. Just saying.
Excellent
Just
point.
throwing it out there. Just throwing
Excellent
it out
point.
there.
Okay, fine.
We talked him into it. Look at that. We could sell
powers of
ice.
persuasion.
We could sell ice cubes to the Eskimos.
Daniel,
What's up?
get a little bit. You want to tell our podcast listeners and our newly subscribers about your channel and other than the antics of the giant lake of poo, you have some other content on your video.
Yeah. So listen, I filmed like 6 videos over the last 2 weeks of holiday, and I have no desire to edit them at all. I'm friggin' lazy.
Just throw them up then. Just throw them up.
Are you kidding me? Anyways, we build, we learn. Where videos never get up in time or when I promise you. But hey, one day they'll make it. And right after today's stream, I have a little teaser of my receive antenna that I am testing. And oh, is it beautiful? Oh, it's so good. I tested on 80 meters and you're going to see the results. And
did you have to go slam your foot in the door or go stump your toe before you could get on 80 meters?
No, it was good. So listen, you'll see the difference.
I had to get an x-ray for this.
My colonoscopy took too long. Do you know that the colonoscopies hurt so bad? They didn't put the lube on the camera. They didn't put the lube.
Oh, too much information. Joe Brett, please rescue us, my friend, please.
All right. Hello, everyone. Joe Brett, K5YVY. So first I want to take care of some business. Obviously, the chat can tell that we need to do a shout-out to the Gaming Ham. The Gaming Ham passed his UK Foundation license after working really hard at it, Don says. All right. Congratulations. Good job.
Way to go. Way to go.
Anyway, that's the only thing I see for a shout out, right? Yeah. No, that's it.
Hold on.
You
That's
sure?
it. Yep.
There was nothing else?
There was somebody
somebody
spamming the channel. They got kicked out.
Yeah, too many capital letters.
That dumb Nightbot.
Evan got his general and extra and his GMRS.
If that's not a home run, that's not a home run, what's a home?
If he can pass the GMRS test, this guy can. Okay.
Congratulations, Evan. That's awesome.
Congratulations,
man.
Evan. Very happy for you.
That's awesome. The trifecta
many
of
years
all
of fun.
trifectas.
Wishing you many years of that word called fun. Now get out and have
That's
fun.
right.
Absolutely. And I see we have
What Evan? Is this Evan who came on the stream last week, or is this the other Evan that came on like 2
The
weeks
other
ago?
Evan.
Hey guys,
The
I'll be
The
right
other
back.
Evan?
Okay,
Congrats,
Don.
buddy.
Guys,
got you, buddy.
Not Shaq and Greg's Evan, the other Evan.
Okay. What about you, Shane? What's cooking? What's going on?
Well, I have a radio review coming. My first ever FRS radio review coming. So I'm excited about that. I didn't know much about FRS radios, to be honest, but this one's pretty cool. So I got a video coming out for that. Other than that, it's hard to top the balloon stuff. So I'm trying to come up with something new and exciting to bring to this channel other than the hot air balloon stuff. Cause I feel like everything that I'm going to do now, everyone's going to think is lame. So I was like, well, all right.
You're
Then.
lame anyway. It's okay.
It happens, buddy. It happens. So glad you're my favorite YouTuber.
No, as long if I didn't watch your channel before, I'm definitely not doing it now.
But no, that's about it. We've got a we can jump into our topic, I guess, since I'm the last one. This coming October 16th and 17th. I think that's 2 weeks from today, or 2 weeks from this weekend. No, next weekend.
I live my life one day at a time, Shane. I don't know.
Thank God for a calendar, otherwise I'd be lost. October 16th and 17th, myself and Kate MRD will be going to Huntsville State Park for the Fall Support Your Parks event, which I'm excited about. And I was going to talk POTA, and Don just decides he's gone. So, oh well, it happens. But anyway,
Way
so we're going
way to go, Greg.
So we're going to set up a couple go ahead.
Hold on. Descriptive. We got to do descriptive hearing here. So Shaq and Greg says he failed his last test, field sobriety test.
Is that
Those
an
are not easy
accomplishment?
ones.
Huh?
Is
No,
that an
it's when he
accomplishment?
passes.
Oh.
It's when he passes.
Oh, that's
I
right.
mean,
It's
he
bad
did
when
get
you
a
pass
piece
it.
of paper for it. So
You got
Some call that a
certificate to
summons.
show up.
Something called a summons or maybe a citation or I don't know. A
He
promise to
recited all
appear.
right.
I hate it when that happens. But anyway, so we're going to set up a couple radios. We're going to set up a couple antennas. We're just going to have fun. And we've invited anyone who has ever thought of ham radio or interested in ham radio or thought about being interested in ham radio to come join us. We're going to try to get there about 8 o'clock, 7:30, 8 o'clock, and run until 5 or 6 p.m. And hope to make a lot of contacts.
Are we are we gonna be running the Whiskey 2 Hotel Romeo Charlie club call for this event like we did last time?
I think we should actually.
Yeah.
It's
I
not
think-
a plaque event, but I think we should. I think it'd be a good thing
Oh, well, why put the effort if it's not a black event? It doesn't make sense. I'm all,
to make contacts, to
Dude,
get
I'm
people
only-
in the log.
I'm only in it to win it. If there's nothing to win,
Really,
I ain't in
really
it.
in it for the prizes. No.
still get the bragging rights.
Yeah, exactly. No one else is going to try that hard. But yeah, I think there's been some discussion about some other areas running the W2 HRC. So I don't know if Joe's going to be out in a park, so he could do the 5 if I don't do it.
That's in 2 weekends. Not
Yeah,
this weekend,
October
the weekend?
16th and 17th, the Saturday,
So-
Sunday.
So it's the weekend after Thanksgiving. So okay, no one's got any excuse.
Wait, what?
October.
No. He's Canadian. Remember that?
Oh, that's
Canadian
right.
Thanksgiving.
That's right.
Yeah,
Never mind.
that's right.
Our Thanksgiving's in November. My bad.
Guys, the world doesn't revolve around you, okay?
That's
actually,
bad.
Actually, the rest of the world is pretty much in unison on everything, including the damn metric system. So please move over.
Listen,
Next weekend is Thanksgiving. Okay.
No. We will measure anything anything except the metric system. Okay, sinkhole opens, 4 to 5 washing machines will fit in there. Nope, we won't say the cubic volume.
Ham Radio DX says they don't have Thanksgiving. Dude, you guys have nothing to be thankful for over in Australia. That's all I gotta say. But metric is so much better. It's so much. Everything's a multiple of 10. Like you guys,
you're gonna make me spit my beer out.
How many feet are in? Here's the thing. How many feet are in a mile? How many feet?
5,280.
Yeah. What if it was just like 10,000? Just like
nautical,
how many
6,000.
meters are in a kilometer? 1,000. You know, how many centimeters are in a meter? 100. How many millimeters? I know, like you just keep going. It's so much easier. So you guys got to get with the times. It's all about being easy. Metric
I don't make the rules,
dude. What do we call the band where the 7.250 is?
66 feet.
The 40-meter band. That's right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh wait, that's the halfway of it. Sorry, 132 feet. I'm gonna be on the 132 feet band tonight. You guys.
That's my counterpoise radio for the Buddy Stick Pro. That's all I know.
Dude, I don't have enough room to get on. I'm only on 65 feet, and that's a stretch.
Okay, so if in 2 weekends it is the POTA Support Your Parks thing, I gotta get a setup. I have 2 weeks to get a setup. I'm going to do a POTA. That's it. That's all.
You have the radio. Just get a battery.
Why don't you ask Joseph to help you? Just ask Joseph to help you.
Well, if he's around, we'll go. But otherwise, I'll make an antenna. I'll just take my old the 725. I'll just take that. I'll just take that.
It's a small
radio.
Just take the Meritron with you.
In it to win it, baby.
Yeah, so I'll take that, the ICOM. I'll have to make a little antenna, an NFED antenna. And then
I thought you had one.
They're installed permanently, 45, 50 feet up.
Well, you got 2 weeks to climb that tower.
Oh my God. There's so much I want to say right now.
So Joseph DE3GKT says he can plan a trip. Let's do it, Joseph. Let's do it.
That would be awesome. And you better film it.
Joseph is
you'll operate 60 on his radio.
It's either filming it will be protection or it'll be evidence. I'm not sure.
Evidence.
It'll be evidence.
I was just going to say, I'm going for the evidence.
It'll be good.
Joe's gonna hand Dan the radio. It's gonna be like, here you go, just start calling CQ. You wonder why nobody's coming back until they realize after 3 QSOs he's on 60 meters.
and then the camera goes black.
Daniel's gonna have to take his field day voice.
You're gonna have to what?
You're gonna have to take your field day voice.
Yeah, that's right.
The
cow. But it's POTA, so I mean, technically, you just spot yourself, and the masses comes running. So, but I think it'll be fun, and I'd like to see as many sections represented as possible. They run in the W2HRC. Maybe we should come up with some sort of contest or giveaway or stickers for someone who can get every W2HRC station that's out for that particular outing.
Good idea. I like that. Things that make you go,
So just to clarify,
do that again, Joe.
Joe, do that again. No, Joe, please, just one more time. The sultry hums from this.
For those of you that can't see, Joe is turning red
and removing his headphones.
Here he goes. Get ready, everybody. Do it, Joe. Come on, Joe. Take a deep breath.
Nope, we're done. We lost everybody. We're all laughing. There's no end to this at the moment.
Look at that view counter just collapsing.
Yeah, it's going the other way. It's going up.
It's going up.
Everybody wants to hear Joe's impersonation of Howard Stern.
The Joe Stern Show.
There you go. See, he's having fun.
Joe's put out a few videos over the last week or two.
Yep, that's it. That's all the ideas I had wrote down. I'm here on Tuesday nights now.
You're supposed to spread those out, not do them all at once.
He likes to shoot them all at once and be done.
But you can upload them and then just schedule them. You can schedule them to be released in 2 weeks.
I did that this weekend. I waited a whole day before I released one.
For those that have not seen or may not be subscribed to your channel, what videos did you put out this week?
I don't remember. Something about
there were so many. Just go to the channel.
So, yeah,
there was an 80-meter loop, right?
80-meter loop, and then I went to a portable radio operation at an Indian Mound here local. That is unfortunately not a POTA, and I did not attract many stations calling CQ because I didn't have that magical POTA word in there. But I made some contacts.
Your area coordinator, that could be tell them you need to make that a POTA park.
Yeah,
depends. They're weird about.
Yeah, they are.
Graveyards and some because they took a couple parks off because they were memorial sites.
Yeah.
So the way I understand this one is it never had persons. It was just artifacts, but I may be wrong.
They only said that there were persons. That there was never persons.
Izzo, do you have anything going for the Support Your Parks weekend?
Funny you said that. So last night,
imagine that.
Last night, I sat down in the POTA map for Connecticut, and I said, "Do I want to go out to Rhode Island again, or do I want to just stay? Or do I want to just stay in Connecticut and hit?" Because it becomes so far the weather looks good for Connecticut. So far, we'll see. And I wanted to decide: do I want to hit 2 parks, 3 parks, 4 parks? I mean, and then that's for Saturday. Do I want to do a late shift starting Friday night, which is kind of logistics because of it getting dark and the safety and security of myself and my surroundings? Sunday, what do I want to do for Sunday? Do I want to just stay at home and hunt using the HRC or just go back out again? So, and I'm off Saturday and Sunday. So just kind of like looking around logistically, how fast can I move from park to park? And, so, but I will be out there, folks. W2HRC/1/W1FYG will be out there. So
I need a Rhode Island contact, but I need someone who lives in Rhode Island or has a Rhode Island in their QRZ, because every time I make a Rhode Island contact, it's with someone who doesn't live in Rhode Island.
Well, the problem is when you're doing your log, you don't update your location where you're operating from.
If it doesn't match what Zed says, then I always get the rejected contact.
No, because you could turn around and I could. Okay, so we'll use Whiskey 2 HRC for example. Okay, for everybody that operated us during the Summer Parks event. Okay, a lot of people did not put the stroke in the call sign. And then I had a stroke trying to figure out who it was. So, with regards to that, but then going through and saying, okay, well, you operated from this park, which is in this grid square, which is in this town, in this county, in this state, right? So I updated that log, that entry in the log to say this location, this grid square, this, et cetera, in the log before it got uploaded to QRZ. That way it turned around and it matched perfectly in QRZ as to what they had versus what we had. So if you update your log to say, this is where I'm operating from, this is the grid square, this is the county, this is the state, right? It'll match QRZ.
Over that one entry?
Yes.
Okay. So change it in the setting, like my personal or their personal, save that, and then.
I'm not sure if it's done in Hammers, but you might have to use an ADI effort. You have to use an ADI editor. You turn around.
We should make a video for this.
So you got to.
Wow!
I'll edit it. Jeez.
Sign language. I know, right?
Jeez.
So anyway, no, you just have to add those fields into certain programs. Don't output those fields. You'd have to add them in, but
okay.
It was an adventure trying to figure those out. And I know that
I can
Dan,
only imagine.
There's a few that I have to update for you, so we're getting there.
I see Chuck in the chat.
Chuck?
KK6USY, yeah.
Hey,
Chuck, are you still in Hawaii or are you back? We'll wait for the response.
He's back, man. Pretty sure he's back.
Well, that sucks because I was supposed to get a POTA contact with Chuck while he was in Hawaii so that I could get Hawaii on my worked all states, but my ham alert never went off.
That was last Thursday. You should have paid attention to FT8.
I was working.
He's home.
It's kind of like going up to 3,000 feet. He was there, just didn't make it.
Maybe next time.
Anybody else hear that? Anybody else hear that from Shane?
Listen,
No?
if the
A little bit smaller.
if the lying Hawaiian would just get with his act and go back to, we'd all get
Right.
Hawaii.
Because if I could work Dwayne and the boys from Alaska, how come we can't work Hawaii? You see what I'm saying? It's very simple.
I don't know.
Very simple.
We just need to find someone that's there that's operating.
I think Jason, Ham Radio
'Cause I've
2.0 was talking about a Hawaiian trip coming up for him and his
He's
wife.
going to Costa Rica.
But he's also talking about going to Hawaii.
Well,
Yeah,
I may just have to go to Hawaii myself.
All right, go for it.
There you go.
So if you operate in Hawaii, just simplex, okay? Make a simplex contact, okay?
Yes.
No live
Sure it gets
streaming.
logged
Oh, Lord,
properly,
man.
and there you
Exactly.
go.
Exactly.
Right.
Then I get my worked all states. And it
We
only
don't
took
wanna-
eight hours of flying to get it done.
We don't want to see you on the beach chasing your dinner or any of those other antics.
Would it be like my
You're gonna
buddy
play
and I?
radio.
My buddy and I were driving in this truck, and we were listening to the guys in repeater, and they're like, I haven't heard from Mel all day, and so I were sitting beside each other, and I grabbed.
Did he
What happened?
freeze?
What happened?
Did he go bye-bye?
Yeah.
Screenshots.
Somebody screenshot. Look at Joe Brett. Joe Brett is salivating at the
He's already got
opportunities
it.
now.
It looks like he fell asleep.
So Chuck is saying that they had a hard time with regards to the transmitting, and it's probably because of the volcanoes, all the activity down there. But he did say he got a lot of Australia going the wrong
Nice.
way, Chuck. You got to set the antenna up the other way.
Yeah, point it the other direction.
Come on. Ham harder. Very good, 45. Oh, that's great.
Someone needs to put a pair of sunglasses and a cigarette in his hand.
Yeah, right.
No. We got to get. Oh, I was gonna say we got to get like one of those Canadian county mounties or something to put in the background. Or guess what? It's the cow that came back because the cow got mad at what happened.
Cow jumped out of the
it
freezer.
it is October, so the cow jumped out of the freezer and unplugged the.
That was good.
That was awesome. Thank you, Joe. I
No,
appreciate
no,
it. I
no
know you've got
straw
some
this
good stuff
time,
coming.
Greg.
Wait, he's back. We'll talk about him.
Okay.
Dan, are you ready to return, Dan? We can let you back in now.
Okay, he's moving.
More
Yeah,
sign language. Oh my god.
My freaking.
Man.
I don't remember what I was gonna say. My internet friggin' just died on me, and then it's like,
You got to see the screenshots we got, buddy.
oh yeah.
It's already in Discord. He's already got him.
Are you kidding me?
That's old news.
For those of you that aren't in the Discords, down in the description of this video is a link to the Discords. Come join us over there. You can see all the pictures that Joe does. So don't do anything on camera.
You know that
Because
picture.
Joe is there. Joe is everywhere.
Did you share that picture? I have no
The
qualms
other
with that picture. I have no qualms with that. That is literally my state when you guys talk POTA. I'm falling asleep.
here we go.
POTA bores me to hell. I'm sorry, it does. It's like,
But you're going to go out and do it next weekend.
Right, you're gonna do it and you're gonna have fun. You're not even gonna know that you're having fun. And I'm gonna work you. You know what I'm gonna say? It was fun to work you while you're having fun.
and I'll be like, work it, Izzo, work it, work it.
Work me done. Work me done.
Whatever. POTA. Yeah, I'm gonna try it.
I need
gotta
a
try it.
cigar.
You do. It's a lot of
cigar.
fun.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
Really, you need a cigar after that, Don? Wow.
I need a cigar.
Joe, rescue this, please.
Right the ship.
I'm not going to say nothing for the rest of the.
You're Italian. That ain't gonna happen.
That ain't gonna happen.
So I'm with Joseph Collins on this. POTA has become one of my favorite parts of this hobby.
I agree.
For those of you listening along, Joseph says POTA is his favorite part of the hobby/service.
Yeah, and make sure you get the /service in there. We don't want people to be like hating.
We don't want to be the topic of 80 meters.
It's a hobby until somebody comes to you and says, "Can you help me out?"
There you go.
The freak is with my internet. What the hell? This.
Also rants about his internet. Man,
everybody press 1 in the chat. Press 1 in the chat if you want to just hear most of it. Get it all out. He hasn't done it in a while. He's had it bottled up for a few weeks now.
You know what's just grinding my gears? My internet.
I can just imagine what my neighbors just thought outside.
Tank was the first guy to press the 1. You gotta love.
Yeah,
Frank.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Frank.
I could have just shut him out.
It's 1, 2, 3.
Oh my god! I'm gonna have to. I can't drink on this stream anymore. I'm gonna coat my laptop in alcoholic beverages.
That's why. That's the problem. I'm back.
Here, Snack, did you see that Molson was trying to hold your honor on the stream with his illustrious facial hair?
Yes. He's got about 3 years to catch up. So
no, he brought extra, so that he can match you.
Oh, did he?
He had I call it the extender.
All right, you guys. The other week I went.
Do you have a Santa Claus beard laying around? Is that what this is?
That's what you should get, Molson. Get that and dye it. Or spray paint.
There you go. Spray paint it.
Little shoe.
Oh no! There's stuff popping up in Discord here. Hold on a second.
Oh,
my
plasma.
God.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah.
Let's regroup.
Thank you, Don. Squirrel? Thank you, Izzo. Yeah, let's regroup. But in the general clubhouse chat, Don likes to do SSTV. There it is.
There it is.
I'm going to share my screen.
You don't have to. Hold on.
That's going to be
Molson. Here we go.
That's Molson. No.
There it is.
Molson. That's Molson. That's the QSL card, right? First of all, that's the QSL card.
Let's pick this apart real quick because he's picking his nose.
I was just going to say, it looks like I'm sleep picking my nose. Like, some people sleep walk. I sleep pick my nose. So
he fell asleep scratching his brain. That's what happened.
I need a drink.
Like, I'm happy to work you. I'm happy to work you. I'll catch you. I'll put you in the log. Next.
Yeah. Please copy.
Yeah, please copy. Victor Alpha 3 Sugar Delta Oscar. Yeah, I got you in the log. Don't worry. Next.
That's great.
Did you so guys, I have a confession to make.
Great.
Now's the time for confession. The stained glass just cracked.
So
Nope.
What?
Nope.
What?
We said no religion and no politics in the clubhouse.
Just
come out.
Come on.
So just say it.
What is your
Just say it.
confession, my son?
My confession is so building this receive antenna. I'm testing it. I'm happy with the results. Then the next day or whatever, I come back down and I'm like, what the hell is wrong with this antenna? It's not working. I didn't know. Anyways, I forgot that I switched the coax to a different rig to compare the antennas, and I'm testing my NFET antenna, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? And my receive antenna is on the other rig. So I'm getting all mad, and I'm not even testing the bloody antenna because I'm like, why isn't this friggin' working? And then I realized that I had switched it to the other rig, and so I lost hours of my my work I was doing. Yeah, and then like today,
it was pointless. It was so pointless because I screwed up myself.
That's it. Yeah. So, anyways, it's hard. It was funny because I was messaging with Joseph V3GKT, and if there's somebody you don't tell that you made a mistake, especially if your name's Daniel Victor Alpha 3 Sierra Delta Oscar, you do not tell Joseph, because I was like, man, this guy's gonna just like nail me to the wall, make fun of me, right? And I was like, no, I got to tell him because we were talking about this project together. So, and he was very, very kind. He wasn't. I'm sure he was like, what a loser, but yeah.
I mean, at least you weren't transmitting into a dummy load.
Yeah, because that will never, ever die.
Never, ever, ever. For those of you that are looking for context on this, there was a episode of the FT8 off, and Carlos was trying his hardest to make contacts, and then he figured out
50 minutes.
He was still
minutes into a 60 minutes straight. 50 minutes into a. Sorry, 50 minutes into a 60-minute sprint, and he finally figured out he was transmitting into his dummy load the whole time. There we go.
Can I bet? Get out of here, Joe. You're out. Can we ban Joe from the show? Can
No.
we just do that?
No, we can't.
No.
This is great.
I'm so sorry for all of you that are listening on the podcast, because the vision, I just can't explain. So I'm gonna have to post this in the notes, a link to this in the notes for the podcast. So in the podcast, I will post a link to this picture so that everyone can check this out, because I don't want our loyal fans to miss out.
You know, we have a great show lined up for next week. And I
we have
want
a great show tonight, Don.
But I want to use this for a promo for next week. But I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe we should have. I don't know, man.
Oh my goodness.
You're gonna start getting some hate mail from Canada. You watch.
This is great. So here's okay.
I love any mail besides Bill's.
Dan,
Right?
it's okay. All right. We've all done something stupid, but it's still great to hear about it because we can all laugh about it.
We're friends.
Oh, yeah.
We're friends for life. That's why remember we said that about 32 weeks ago before we started this 30 weeks ago.
We are getting close to 30. We're scratching the tail end of 30 right now.
Holy, there it is.
There it is.
Yeah.
There's the classic. So somebody took a picture of me, cropped my beard off, and put it on my head. I think wasn't that Hayden? Hayden did that, didn't he?
Probably.
Thanks, Hayden.
Hey, if we're not making fun of you, we don't like you.
The scoundrel
Hold on.
down under.
Is that did Kyle make that picture of me with like
No.
the funny face? And
No, that was you.
I don't know who did that.
no.
Just one tonight.
Kyle,
It appeared out of nowhere. Don't worry about who did it. It just appeared out of nowhere. We're good.
Kyle gets a
Let's
pass.
move on.
Kyle gets a pass.
It's like UFOs.
I owe him one. So. It's okay. Kyle, you're good. We're even now. Okay, we're even. Thanks. Okay. Remember, I made that phone book joke about him. Well, we're even.
Oh,
now, okay?
that's right. That's right. I forgot about that.
How did that joke go? Can you say it one more time?
Highly contested.
No.
He needs to stand on.
You know
phone
what?
books
Some
to what?
pricks. No, I'm going to say this. Stop. I'm going to say this, okay? If you watch your show and you were one of those pricks who went onto his stream and said shit about him, get the hell out of here. We don't want you here. There's a difference. No. There's a difference between making a joke amongst friends and then.
Exactly. Thank you.
There you go. Joe Brett.
Yes.
Joe Brett, work
Yes.
your magic. Work your magic.
Kyle just shut him down with no red.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Kyle Kyle shut him down without even having to use the phone book. So,
you know he is screaming at that computer right now.
he is saying so many bad words right now, and Kyle's like, yeah. Look at Kyle's like, yeah.
Oh my God.
For those of you on the podcast, right in the middle of the rant, another freeze.
Kyle has a way. Kyle has a way. You know what they say about payback. Kyle, man, crack that whip.
Oh my goodness. Don't give him any ideas,
Yeah,
Jeff.
Jeff.
Yeah,
Don't give him
go.
any
Don't
ideas.
give me
Jeff, that's a window of opportunity right there.
Man, this is so reminiscent of the nights that we spent in Discord before we decided to do YouTube. This is the stuff that happened. This is the shit that went on. So.
And then it really got wild.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then we said we should put this on YouTube.
There was actual 4-letter words.
Yeah. We'll have to tone it down a little bit. Remember that?
We did a little.
We did. Yeah.
I mean, we still say shit.
For everybody who has subscribed to us, we appreciate you guys. It is amazing for everything that you've gone through. Is he back again? He's on his phone. Hold on.
Oh,
he's on his phone.
Mad as hell now.
Look at him. He put on. Did he put on a motorcycle jacket?
He done went out for a smoke.
My computer crashed. And I was like, okay.
I thought he was.
I guess the world doesn't want to know what I think, eh?
I thought he was going to fire up the Harley, head down to Kyle's QTH.
Listen, we joke around on the clubhouse. We don't need to take it over there and make it worse. That's all I want.
We're all friends.
Anyway, so Kyle, we're even. We're good.
Yes.
Can you give my computer back, please?
Yeah. Yes.
Hey,
can I have my
Kyle,
computer back now?
Yeah, Kyle. Kyle, can you fix Molson's computer for him?
I need a little IT service, please.
You need a little tune up.
He needs a little node glue.
No,
a little node red action there.
The worst part is I cleared my phone off. I had like 5,000 pictures of my phone. I put them on my computer, uploaded them to the drive to store them, and my phone can handle 5,000 pictures where my computer can't. It's unbelievable. It's crazy. So
time for a new computer.
It's called cloud service. Have a cloud.
Yeah.
That's just somebody else's computer.
Huh?
Yes, it is.
No, there's
cloud. Don't forget, there's somebody else's computer.
The cloud's just somebody else's computer.
It's called Kyle's computer. That's right. Kyle's computer. Kyle owns the cloud. We all forget. All goes back.
Well, I don't think we've. We're at what 560 subscribers now.
We lost about 120 tonight.
No, tonight's
69. Come on,
Daniel. While you were away, I was just talking about how tonight is reminiscent of how how tonight is reminiscent of the where this came from in Discord and. I hate you. I really do.
See, Mama always said you gotta be careful of the quiet one. That Joe Brett's the quiet one. I'm telling you.
Listen, Joe Brett's got dirt on everybody. Okay, that's all I gotta say.
I'm not running for Congress. Sorry.
No dirt.
No, I mean,
dirt. It's not dirt if it's already out there.
I'm not doing it behind your back, so.
At least he's telling you he's doing it.
Exactly. That's what friends are. That's what friends.
Do you guys ever think about that? Do you guys ever think about that? Like, okay, imagine you're going to be like a mayor of a town, right? And somebody's got dirt on you that you had an affair with somebody or something like that. Just cop up to it. Just say it. Yeah, I did.
Dark.
Yeah, like
no,
wow.
I'm serious. No, I'm serious. Like at what point do you just say, screw it? I don't want somebody having something over my head anymore. Like most people don't do grievous things. Like just admit it. Just be like, yeah, okay. Okay.
Have you
by the
seen
way,
some of our live streams when I'm drinking?
Listen, when we have live streams,
Did we
and you're
not see a
drinking.
live stream from Mexico?
Don't make him go back in the archives. Please don't make Joe go back to the archives.
Right.
Because he's already
Look at that
laughing because
laugh.
he's already got
See,
the image pulled
when
up.
Joe Brett gets that laugh going, then you know it's going to get really serious. In the club. You know that. He's just spinning the wheel to figure out which one does he.
Yeah, it's that. It's the roulette of shame.
The roulette of shame.
Anytime you get those little quiet laughs from Joe, you know the shit's about to hit the fan.
The shit is. Get ready for share my screen.
Oh my god.
Do you guys ever meet Michelle, the POTA queen?
I have not.
Nope, never ran into her.
No. I saw a picture of her on Discord the other day. A video of her on Discord the other day. Michelle, the POTA queen. Do you remember who that is, Joe?
Me, Joe? Yeah, they were talking about her on a show the other day, man. She's got more awards on the POTA site than anybody.
Yeah.
We need to have her on the channel.
How did that come about? I wonder.
Wait, can I just say something? Wait. Molson is giving me. I feel like we're in the dark alley right now with Molson. he's got the collar up. He's all gangster with it. He got the.
Let's go to the.
Yeah, but it's not popped. His collar's not popped. We're okay.
Yeah, right.
Meet me in the 101 Discord video chat. What are you talking about?
Okay. All right. He's wearing his members only jacket. I don't know what.
Oh.
You went all members only on us here.
Wow.
It's serious now.
It's serious when you put on that members only jacket.
The gloves are coming off, bro. Or bruh.
Hey.
We were talking.
Okay.
Well,
Sorry.
He's giving us the eye. He's giving us
we
the eye.
were talking about before the stream. Dan said, "Oh, there's a lot of facial hair on the stream." And it reminded me 2 weeks ago. I was talking with some buddies. I went to church with my wife, and we were talking with some buddies, and the three of us were standing there, and they were all like, "Hey, we're all growing beards. It looks good." And they're like, "Who's got the longer beard?" And it was me. I shaved it since then, and there's a reason why. They said, "Well, when you have the longer hair, it means you're wiser and smarter." So I said, "Okay, well, that's fine." And they're like, "Ha ha ha." A little bit later on, this guy comes up to us. Never seen him before. He comes up. He's like, "Hey guys," he starts talking all conspiracy theory stuff, right? And meanwhile, then my buddies, they both leave. And later on, I said, "What the hell is going on? Like, why did you leave me?" They said, "Yeah, but you're wiser and smarter, so we left you to deal with him." I was like, "You bastards." Then I went home and I shaved this. I cut it down.
I'm not going to be in charge anymore.
I see how it works. We always need somebody to be the scapegoat. That's right. Speaking of that, back to you, Shane.
Isn't it just a scapegoat?
I'm going to let you dig that hole, brother. I'm going to let you. You need another show.
What? Hold on. Joe is sharing the POTA princess here. Hold on.
Who's that?
I love working Carrie.
KB3 WAV.
Carrie and Ray, in my opinion, are one of the top, 25, 50 great people who work in POTA. They're very nice. You can learn a lot from them, from listening to them, and just that's a gentleman and a lady right there. And we're very honored to have them in amateur radio. So.
Yeah, so Jason was on the stream about the POTA that he had the other day, was showing that. I'm talking about how she's got awards that they ain't even made certificates for yet.
Yeah. Yeah, she's incredible.
That's pretty cool.
She is incredible.
100,438 QSOs.
Wow.
2,714 activations.
Oh, I thought I had a lot.
682 parts.
Oh, they don't do that anymore. I was asking what a rank is. They don't do that anymore, do they?
Yeah, I don't see that. So.
Well, we need to have her on the stream, so we need to get.
We got to get Vance on this show.
Yeah, I sent a message over to Vance to get to have him come check us out.
I worked him on 40 meters on Sunday, and I said, you got to come on to the show. So I was going to follow, but Shane, if you already did it, keep on going. We're going to get him on here. Hook or crook, we're going to get Vance on.
Not after tonight, though. That's for sure.
Well, we didn't
you're
mention
breaking
that.
up again. You're breaking up again, Daniel.
So we didn't mention this at the bottom of the hour, but I do want to say we only mentioned this once. If you like what you're seeing and you want to buy us a beer, there's a link up at the top of the stream, and it's a pinned comment. You want to buy us a beer, a 6-pack, whatever you like. We're gonna have some cool stuff when the sack gets full enough. We're gonna do some cool stuff. Have some donations to some charities. So that's kind of where we're going with that. But anyway, I know we only mentioned it once during the stream, and I forgot at the bottom of the hour. But buy us a beer, and it's up in the pinned comment in the chat.
I'm gonna head back into the shack, see if my computer's restarted. If not, I'll be back out here. But and I got to read those comments because I'm sure
don't
I got
share
a lot
your
of
screen.
No, everything is good. Don't worry about it. Everything is good.
Yeah. Okay, Kyle, you can turn his computer back on now.
Yeah, Kyle, turn it on. Remote it.
Look at that. Thank you,
Don
Don.
Army. Don Army, thank you.
I'm going to bring you your radio
I gotta go
tomorrow,
right back
by the
in
way,
here.
Don.
Another one? Oh, maybe that was 2. I don't know. Either that or the plugin's messed up.
Is it hooked to Canadian internet?
It might be going up there, coming back down. I don't know.
Right.
Well, the internet
bounce off some satellite.
Well, the internet is being generated by the Niagara Falls. So when the falls are water,
yes,
it's So if someone stops the water or slows the water down.
Excuse me, Cameron. This is for you too.
Yeah, Cameron. I was just gonna say, Cameron. Kyle, thank you.
Oh, thank you, Kyle.
Thank you, Kyle.
That's for Molson's internet.
So if Molson has ever say that Kyle is sucker punches or is low blows, no, that's
there you go.
Gentleman. That's a gentleman right there. He'll punch you in the face right in front of you, and buy you a beer afterwards. So.
All right, either Kyle just bought us 30 beers, or there's definitely something wrong with the plug-in.
Kyle's checking his statement right now.
Right? He's like,
There we go.
Molson's taking
nice.
Shaq and Greg, but Molson's taking that thumb wheel,
Greg.
making it 10.
And Don, I just saw your comment. Yeah, I'll bring it on the 16th out to the POTA Park.
Oh man,
I have to get up really early because I think that's a 3-hour drive for me, and I need to be set up and ready to go by 8. So,
Don going to bring that Mercury out?
I hope so. Maybe I need to make sure I have the generator in the back.
If you rent an RV spot, you get like a 50-amp hookup.
Oh, that's true.
Oh,
yeah.
That's less you got to carry.
Got to make sure
Welcome
you
back,
have that
Daniel.
adapter with you.
Molson, you look good. You look good.
Yeah.
High definition.
Oh yeah.
Look at him.
And Kyle bought us all a beer, so
Yeah.
he has he's made amends.
All right, side
What's-
bets on how long Daniel lists.
Is it paying 2 to 1?
Let's see what he done is he went outside and took that smoke, and he's like, if anybody gets on the Wi-Fi by the time I get back, you're out of the house.
All the kids threatened him. Stay off.
He said, "Listen, you remember the cows? That's going to be y'all."
Daniel, we made the joke that the cows turned off your internet. They came back from the freezer and turned your internet off. He's on the delay because he's not listening to the right stream.
Got a picture right there.
Yeah, you're going to make me hit that stream button.
Joe Brett, go for it.
Hey, Daniel,
Joe, yeah.
are you live or are you delayed?
Am I delayed? No.
Okay, because you were listening to the stream and not listening to us.
No, I was listening to you. I was trying to ignore you.
No, that's hard to do.
I got to catch up on what's got Cameron's knickers in a bunch here. What's his problem?
It's just Cameron.
fan.
He's just saying we're number one.
Yeah, I return the favor. Phil's asking if anybody caught nuggets last night. Phil, I am on team replay for that. I passed out at 7:00 last night Eastern time, and the rainstorm at 2 a.m. woke me up, but I went right back to sleep. So yeah, I'm on team replay for that one.
The last thing I remember last night was Shane and Tank. Or no, actually, it was Kristen Claiborne afterwards.
Yeah, doing the soda at Yosemite.
Yep, and I literally fell asleep at the dining room table there, literally. And next thing I know, I remember waking up this morning saying, "Got to go to work."
Oh, this is okay. Yep. Now we're gonna have to do this. Tio apparently lost his internet, and Becky had to wing it. That is okay.
I think I remember seeing, because I didn't after after Tank and I finished, I had some stuff to do here, and I had the playlist going in the background, and I think I remember seeing Becky going full screen for some reason, and that must have been it.
Team definitely got to watch that on team replay.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you know something though, I've seen a lot of shows have internet issues or whatever. Guess what? Everybody handles it fine.
We've experienced it.
Yes, and it's good to see it.
Well, here's the best part. All right, when it happens live, for example, during a Ham Fest, and you're doing audio with the DX Commander, it happens. It happens to everyone. Like Mike KDMRD, it happened to him. It's happened to us here. With some of our guests, or Daniel Freezing. All of us.
Oh please.
Yeah, right.
Did it?
Yeah.
I was like, crap. Is that my internet? Oh, I was like, shoot.
I looked at the fan to see if his blades were still turning.
We could put here's the worst. We could put a wire out the window, and we can make contact with somebody in Brazil or wherever else. We can't even hire the proper internet service provider. We can't.
Well, the funny thing with us was whenever we had Callum on, and there was a failure inside of StreamYard. Yay!
Oh,
20 beers.
Vern?
Holy cow.
Thank you, Vern.
That's Vern, right?
Vern, that's awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
We had Callum on, and we were trying to end the stream, and there was a problem with StreamYard, and it wouldn't allow us to kill the stream. So we were just all we had the all awkward wave moment, and then I'm sitting there going, okay, it's time to kill us. Oh, it's not stopping.
I was getting ready to get out the swear jar. I said, Hal's just going to let it loose.
That was a fun stream. If y'all haven't seen that, definitely go check the stream we had with Callum. He's a fantastic guest.
Or else the podcast is just as good too. So, yep.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And for those that are,
you gotta.
For those of you that are new to us here, every episode is sent out to pretty much any podcast provider that you listen to. So I usually a week later I try to get it cut up, but yeah. So if you missed an episode, or if you got to work midnights like I do, which I caught up on some of our old episodes just to go back and reminisce, I put my little earbud in.
Yeah.
And just hit play and just started playing it. Yeah, on the commute in. Yeah.
Exactly. It's hilarious.
Gotta be careful.
Don't have a wreck. Don't have a wreck.
You gotta watch. Do we have the disclaimer yet? We
need to work on that.
Yeah. Please.
Because I need to script that out.
If you're stopped at the red light, people are going to ask you, "What are you listening to?" And
Can we get in? What do you listen to? That's awesome.
I know, right?
And I tell them, Ham Radio Clubhouse on your favorite podcast app.
James, you should. There's some good ones out there. James,
so my internet keeps on freezing. You guys keep on freezing on me. I swear I'm gonna. Anyways, I wanted to show you guys this antenna. and I wanted to get Don N5SKT to come in here because I was on the radio today with this guy talking. We were having a QSO, and it wasn't a QSO. It was more of an advertisement, but it was good. We had a conversation about his antenna, and I watched it. I thought it was really, really cool. And I asked him to come on the show, and he said, he's not comfortable coming on the show, blah, blah, blah. But very cool antenna. And Dawn, if you want, come on, and I want to show it to you, and then we can discuss it. Plasma Storm, thank you so much for buying us some beer.
Thank you so much.
Our
yeah.
Plasma.
Yeah. Thank you, Plasma.
Yeah. So somebody want to send Dawn the link if he wants to come on? You don't have to, but if you want.
That was are you talking about the antenna that you sent us?
Yeah.
So he didn't want to come on the stream?
Nah, he don't want to come on the
stream. So we can talk about the antenna. That's what I was getting at. Because that thing is really badass.
Yeah. We're talking about the same one, right?
Terry, thank you. Hey, Terry, thanks for the 5 beers, man.
Thank you, Terry.
Somebody's gonna have to share. I'll be right back. Speaking of beer,
Don, I sent you the link if you want to come on. Yeah. So anyways, really cool antenna that the guy was talking about showed me, and I looked at his website. I was like, that's really neat, but it's simple at the same time. And I wanted to take the opportunity to kind of talk about it because I haven't seen it before. Maybe you guys have, but I'll wait to see if Donald wants to come on. If not, then we'll talk about it another day maybe. But yeah. Oh, there he is.
Mr.
SKT.
There he is.
All right.
Evening, gentlemen.
What's going on,
Gentlemen.
Our
technical clubhouse.
Goodbye.
Our technical advisor is here.
Yeah. So I'm gonna share a screen.
Okay.
And we're gonna go through this. And add to stream. All right, Don. So this is the Tune antenna. Nice. Thank you, November 6th, November Radio Delta. So this is the Tune antenna. It's got high great animations, but what it is essentially it's kind of like the Step IR where it adjusts the wave, but it's a dipole. And as I don't know why it's not showing, but anyways, the actual elements they come out and you can tune it to exact frequency that you want to go to keep a low SWR.
How high does it go?
How high? I don't know the exact.
Meaning like 80 meters or.
Oh, okay. What was it? Hold on. Let's see. I forget. I looked at it the other day. 12, 15, 17. Oh, you see it's coming out. 20.
Yeah.
30, 40.
Might go to 160.
Joseph, damn. 60 meters.
It did 60, 80, and then 160. And
wow,
he said
that would be huge.
He said that it tunes like perfectly. Anyways,
sure.
So I was looking at it, and so it's really cool. So this is the internals. Very simple. Stainless steel aircraft cable, and it's got an electric motor, 12 volt, and it just unwinds it or winds it in. And you see these these like little washers. Those there. Plastic. There are those like washers. Hold on, let me get out of this here.
Almost like a nylon ring, like a nylon.
Yeah, it's a nylon washer. Then these are 1 pound weights that go at the end of that. There's like a spacer. I think it's out of like a type of plastic. And these are the ropes, and it just goes down. And this is the kit as a whole. Yeah. And then this here is the, it's nothing fancy as a control box, but you have the in and out.
All right.
And what it does
I have a question. First things first.
Yeah.
What is your center height? What is your mast height? Where is the apex of your inverted V?
Yeah, it's got to be like 40 feet or more.
I'd have to try and zoom in on that picture. Yeah.
Okay. So that's the first question I have. The second question I have is that motor, so it's just going to be sliding down the two guy lines?
So that's the thing. Look at that. Well, we'll talk about the price after, but it's essentially I think that's one of the problems is that if your motor goes too fast for the weights, because it's like 1 pound weights on the ends, if you over unspool it, it'll sort of become it could be tangled
bird's
up.
Nest.
Bird's nest. Mm-hmm. But one of the things that so anyways, this is the controller here, right? On, off, and in and out, and then the way that they do it is he has wrong thing. Hold on, wrong one. On the bottom of the box here, so he's running a coax. It's 12 volt, and he just changes, from having the negative in the center core to the outer shield, reverses it. That's what reverses the motor, and the other one's the RF. and that's the antenna. Now I don't know this. I don't remember. I know he talked to me about the how high his mast was, but I don't remember what he said. And there's no instructions on here. It comes with the actual product.
So is that box mounted at the top or is it mounted at the bottom?
Yeah, so it's mounted at the top, right up here at the apex.
Okay,
and then it comes out, and that's the problem. That's the only thing I can see as a major issue is that it relies on the weight to pull it down, which is fine, but 1 pound doesn't seem a lot, especially like if you have a little bit of snow or ice, a little bit of ice on that wire in the wintertime for us in Canada.
Yeah.
But
I'm betting too that somewhat those weights are pushed a little bit by the those turnstiles or whatever you want to call them inside of those
pulleys on there.
Yeah,
Daniel, can you go back to that picture? Daniel, can you go back to that picture of the pulleys of the inside?
Yeah,
of the inside of this.
Yes, that one right
there. So at the end of the day, you got to make the only thing I could see is that you really got to make sure that weight really pulls it down so that it keeps that wire in tension.
Yeah,
but
believe it or not, I have seen a video of a guy doing something that looked a hell of a lot like this. And though it wasn't in this form, it was like it was like this tall, and this big device, and he was 3D printing a lot of the parts. And it's possible that's the same guy, but he's refined it. I think that was about 2 years ago I saw that video. And I don't remember. It was somebody that was live streaming. So
there it is.
I just don't remember who it was that was showing it. And he was on their live stream kind of talking through it. Oh, man. I even want to think that it might have been one time. No, it wasn't. But anyway, yeah.
He does have a YouTube video of it. Let's see if I can pull it up.
So if you look at the zoomed in picture here now, on the photo that I have here, it looks like this is a pulley at one end and weight at the other. So this little erector set, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the erector set pieces at the one end. It looks like it's got a little pulley and it's got the weight at the other end. So yeah, that might help it along with the
tension. There's tension.
Keeping it taut too.
Yeah, because it needs to stay taut, or like even what you're talking about, Daniel. Once you get out like 160 meter length, some of that wire will have memory, and that memory will pull it back. So you've got to balance against the memory of the. So yeah, you're right about the 1 pound weight. That might do some to let it hang out, but it's got to at the end of the day provide enough tension that the memory of the wire doesn't pull it back some too. And the more the more memory is going to be pulling back.
That's a hell of a hole he's got sunk at the bottom of that thing too.
Yeah. Here's the thing: like these aren't dimensions; these are just item numbers, is what it is.
Yeah.
Like the main mast is 56. So the other thing is like that weight has to be heavy enough that it keeps that line taut and it doesn't sag as it goes down.
So not only that, wind loading and everything. All of that.
I don't see any matching unit on that.
Well, if it's a dipole, it's kind of like,
So it's gonna. Well, I mean, it's gonna have to be either a full wave, because if you start shortening it down, you're gonna have to have a matching transformer.
It's a dipole, right? I don't know that you need a.
There's no ladder line. Yeah, you wouldn't need no, it'd have to be a half wave, right, Don, in order for it to cancel it. Yeah, it'd have to be a half wave in order for it to cancel out. Anything else would be so. Yeah, if you're half wave, then you should be fine without a matching.
Right.
You'd want to put a one to like a choke on it, but
you definitely want to choke it out, just like normal antennas. But that, from what it looks like he's got two. You have two coax running up there. One's for your extend and retract, and the other one for
the RF.
The RF.
But
here's the question: how much bleed over is there between the two?
Bleed over
from one coax line to the other.
Which there's only one coax, right?
Well, there's two.
It's fed. The power is fed with one set of coax.
Well, yeah, but DC current is basically no wave at all, right?
Yeah. There won't be. So you're not going to have any interaction between the coax.
I wouldn't expect it to. Now, if the length of the coax, it could still radiate a little bit in like back into the shack, but I don't know. I mean, DC, the current that's going through it wouldn't, but I suppose if the length is right, that it could get, the radiated signal could get picked up and pushed back.
Yeah. I definitely think it's there's a couple of questions I have. It would have been nice to have the guy on because there's, it kind of leaves a lot of questions to ask. Like, like as far as for what's the height, what's the footprint and all that. But I really think it's kind of a cool, especially it's very similar in concept wise as far as for retractable as the Step IR. And
I was just about to say the same thing.
It would be an Omni where the Step IR is directional. So it's
and there wouldn't be any gain on it either. I mean, it's basically a dipole, right? So there's no gain. The big thing about a Step IR is the gain that you get.
It's the gain plus if you have it on a rotator, you have the directionality. You can rotate it.
Right.
Whereas a dipole it's whatever whichever direction you have the dipole, you're off the broadside.
Mm-hmm.
So Don, when that pulley has all that stainless steel wire wrapped around it, let's say you go down a 6 meter, you got a whole bunch wrapped around that pulley or that wheel. How it definitely has to be taut, doesn't it? Because you don't want to almost create it like one block, like one conductive unit, as opposed to having it sort of loose where you can start having some issues, right? Because can't you have issues with that?
Where is he picking up his end of his dipole, like the two ends? So in that thing where it's spinning, does he have any little like? Because I remember the guy that was doing it in the videos that I saw, there was a little conductor right at where, like, say for instance, where it exits the plastic boxes. Yeah. And that was the end of the coax.
Yeah. Okay.
So it wasn't affected. So that stuff that's coiled up on the reel, that did not participate in the antenna, because the antenna was fed right there, or the end was fed right there at that deal. Because I don't know how, if like he was connected right at the end of the wire and he's spinning it out, then that loop of wire would react in the antenna in some way.
Yeah. So that's
that's how the Step IR works, though, is that it's hooked up to the end. It's not hooked up to the tape that goes out. It's hooked up to the reel itself, isn't it?
I don't think it matters as long as you keep everything tight, where it becomes one solid mass, and it doesn't have it doesn't act like you've pretty much, like when you choke up a coax, right? Like when you do your spins on a coax, you want to make it one solid mass so that it just goes through.
The other thing is too, that since you're and by the way, I don't see, like you're talking about it's resonant at 11 meters and 12 meters. How do you know it is? Because I did not see anything in that set of devices that says, okay, you've reached 11 meters, stop it now.
Yeah, I forget. He was telling me how he does it. I don't remember if it's audibly or I don't remember, but he's like, you go until, and I don't remember what the conversation was.
You go until it sounds expensive.
Well, that's sort of, listen, that's to some degree like the Versatuner, like the MFJ Versatuner. The way the guys in the club taught me to do it is, you start with your center knob, whatever that is. It's your inductor. You start with that till it's the noisiest, and then you move on to the next one, and that's how you really know where you're pretty much there. In that mentality of what it has the highest the signal or your noise floor, if that's where you're going from, you can go approximate. If it's exact, I doubt it. It's really.
The
the other thing is, how do you how do you like do micro adjusting on it? Like, you know, like
Yeah.
And you bump that switch.
Yeah, Mike was talking about, and I'm talking about KNMRD, which has a video where he's tuning the Wolf River coil, where he does exactly that. He has his 891 turned up, and he's adjusting the coil until he hears the 891 get loudest and begin to drop away. Then that's, you know,
I did that with my buddy Paul. Stick.
It works well, like with the Versatuner. With the Versatuner, like when I was using that, it really did. Like it came in pretty darn close, like to adjust it. Like, and then when you're operating, you can adjust it a bit, right? But like you can get pretty close.
The other thing you can do, you hook a nano VNA to an antenna switch. You know, when you're ready to switch bands, you switch to the VNA, and watch where your dip happens.
Does a nano VNA have the ability to do like live calculations?
Yep.
So like, okay, so that's cool. So then that would work out.
Yeah,
pretty well.
The stick and a couple of other things I have will do that too. You can literally adjust it while you're watching it. But I wish my buddy Pole would tune, but one of these days I'll get with Shane and we'll see if we can figure out what's going on with it.
Yeah, bring it. If we don't get a chance to meet up before that, bring it with you down to Huntsville, because I'm going to have mine down there, and I'll have my analyzer, and we'll figure it out.
Okay. Yeah, I'll bring my analyzer too. But go ahead.
That antenna is. Oh, so you need a 1-to-1 current balun. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Just to let you know, just to finalize on that.
Right.
It says balun. No, it comes with a 1-to-1 current balun, and the balun is installed inside the box. Antenna box.
Oh, okay.
Interesting, and it can handle 3,000 watts continuous, 5,000 watts PEP. So,
so it's built for the Italians. I get it.
No, it's not. They still go higher than that.
They do.
No wonder Italy is always booming in.
It does. Hold on. Did it say it tunes on 11 meters? Because those guys don't care. I know for sure. They don't.
Their Mix-a-Lot has.
I mean, it's adjustable, so.
Yeah. So it's 950 American pesos.
Wow.
And I would say compared to some other antennas for $500, there's more there. You know, that's for sure.
Yeah.
You know, like, but it's. I was like, oh, maybe I'll buy one just to try it and see it, and then I was like, $950. It's a lot for like I wish there was more information, but he has a YouTube video.
How much room do you have, Dan?
I have enough.
It's 160 to what?
So no. I'm talking about. Why don't you put up an 80-meter cage dipole?
Okay.
You know what?
Or put up 100, or put up an 80-meter fan dipole.
But that doesn't actually work as well because you
a half wave.
I can go.
Well, a half wave won't do the same as a cage dipole. A half wave dipole on 80 meters will only give you a portion of 80 meters.
That's true.
That's true. Will give you everything from 3.5 to 4.0 in good.
Good point. Good point, Don. Good point.
They actually have one up, Don, at W1AW.
So
you can come up there and operate from that station.
An 80 meter cage dipole is 128 feet 2 inches. I could put like 5 of those across the front of my property. So
look at.
So I look forward to that video.
Yeah.
No. So I could put it there. I was actually thinking about doing like what is it called there? The window line there, the two with the spacers for 160. I guess so. Yeah, and I could do that.
Yeah,
I can do all kinds of antennas here. The problem is just making sure that they're visually appealing, so my wife doesn't kill me. That's because it doesn't matter how much property you have. Like, and even me too. I don't want my place to look like. Listen, I don't want it to look. I don't want to say the word because I know people who have a lot of antennas, but I want to maintain the curb appeal. Like I have 5 antennas on my tower.
Yeah,
but I want to maintain my curb appeal.
Yeah, mine are in the backyard.
See, I could put them in the bush because I have a whole bunch of bush around me and on my property. Like like how is it going to perform? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, an 80 meter cage dipole performs pretty well, at least according to W1AW. And the thing is, I've built a 10 meter cage dipole, and that thing was like resonant from 26 megahertz to into the 28 megahertz band, and so about halfway. And I just needed to like move it over, but they're not that easy to adjust. And I don't know if you guys remember, but I won that box, mystery box from on Sean's channel. Ham Radio, dude. Well, it had a cage dipole kit in it, and I had been talking about cage dipoles for a while, so I'm like, I got to do this, and I've got one sitting out in the backyard, and it's not very long, but again, even 28 megahertz is wide. But typically, even with a dipole, you cover most of it. I just wanted to build it just for the hell of it to see what it would do.
Hey, I have an idea, guys.
Mm-hmm.
We have 48 people watching, and I have a box full of stickers. So why don't we give away a couple of sticker packs?
Yay! I agree.
It looks like Daniel went to sleep again. Get all excited or anything? Shit.
No, I saw the gears turning in his head. I did.
I say that we don't even do a draw. We put the link out. If they come on the show and we talk, we give them stickers.
It's more fun to do the drawing, Daniel.
Not everybody wants to be on the video.
Well, too bad. Okay, do whatever you want.
Tough.
I know what word I want to use.
What word is that? And I'll set it up.
Kyle.
That's a long word.
Come on. Kyle.
There it is.
All right, there it is. So put the Kyle with an exclamation and all capitals.
You got it
in the chat.
Correct.
As you see it on screen. As you see it on screen.
As you see it on the screen.
And I see you guys not putting the exclamation.
There you
There
go,
we
Plasma.
go.
There you go, Plasma.
Wait, we have Kyle and Sterling texting in the same stream. Uh-oh. Somebody crossed streams. That.
So, yeah.
Oh. There you go, Scout. Sterling. Really, Shane? Really?
Okay, I have a question for you, Don.
Greg.
Sure.
All right.
Really, Shane? Really?
Yes. The shipping will be insanely cheap.
Yeah,
Mike
G0 RFD will win all the stickers tonight, and you'll have
right.
Obviously, Tank has a problem with spelling or following instructions. I don't know. Did he get really excited? Frank.
Well, it could be all three of those, Tom.
I'm seeing what, 30, 29 entries?
29.
All right, when we get to 35, draw the sucker.
35. Listen, I don't even know if all 46 are paying attention, okay? We probably lost a few.
All right, well then hit the button.
No. Let's see who we got.
I hope I win. I hope I win.
Damn.
Yeah.
Hey, nice.
Nice.
Hey.
Cameron, I'll hit you up in Discord.
Mm-hmm.
Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again.
Yeah, let's do one more.
Having fun clicking buttons. Who's it gonna be? Phil!
Oh,
Nice.
Very cool.
Nice.
And you know what? Phil
Congratulations,
just made
Phil.
it back from his club meeting, so we're good to go. All right. Bye.
All right. So as long as you guys are good on cures, that actually, I think everybody is members of Discord. So shoot me a DM in Discord. Let me know if your information is correct on Zed. If not, send me your information, and I will get those in the mail to you.
Okay, so Don, I have a question for you. So I'm working on my receive antenna, and so essentially, I did. What are you laughing at?
I ran it again, and Kyle won.
So okay. A beverage antenna, for those who don't know, is a wire that's straight. You can put it at, there's arguments at what elevation you put it at. And there's a calculation for its impedance. And that is a log calculation. I think it's 138 times log of, 4 times your height in inches divided by the diameter of your wire. If I remember.
Let me take my shoes off.
Okay. And that will give you your impedance. So like, let's just don't take my numbers for a second. Let's say it's 6 feet and you calculate it. You have an impedance of say 450, 500. Okay.
Thanks, Mike. Thanks for the beers. That's awesome.
Mike, thank you. Mike, thank you.
So that's that.
Yeah.
Then a loop antenna, they say it's pretty much arbitrarily around 100 ohms because I think it's because the interaction of the four sides and the whole thing. And typically a loop antenna is installed at 10 to 30 feet, depending on what it is. This is a receive antenna only. 10 to 30 feet. Some people go higher, but that's, the average install.
Or you do a loop on the ground, which is right on the ground.
Or you can do a log, which is a loop on the ground. That's right. Now, so the impedance is around 100 there.
Yeah.
So so how do you for instance, if you take that wire that was for the beverage and you just make a big square out of it, it's still the same wire. You can still have it at the same height.
Yeah.
Is the interaction between the four sides, even at such great distances, so impactful that it just sets your impedance at 100 and that's it?
Well,
and by the way, just to let you,
beverages have resistors and ground at each end.
Yeah, well,
at least at one end.
At the far end, yeah.
Well, no, you can put them at both ends, and then you can actually reverse the direction. So,
that's a coax. You have to use a coax for that one.
No, well, to coax meaning back to the shack. Yeah.
No, there's a coax beverage. So instead of using a wire, you use say an RG6 or whatever it is you want, RG58, whatever, and you run that, and it's a special way to wire it. But that resistor is calculated based off that calculation of its impedance.
Yeah. Well, what I read was if you use 600 ohms, that's nearly always correct.
Did I calculate it right?
That's how I use my calculator.
I knew you were up to something over there.
You have to Google that to remember.
We did that back in 1976 when the Texas Instruments calculators came out. That's all.
Yeah.
So, Don, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No,
because
I thought Daniel was talking.
I'm just kind of curious because so for instance, that loop, if I put that at 48 inches off the ground, because I'm trying to use my existing structures, so I have my paddocks and all that. So technically, that loop that is supposed to be at say 10 to 30 feet or on the ground is now at a different height. So you would think that being close to the ground would influence, just like a beverage, its impedance. And so my question is, how do you I can't find anything on this anywhere. It's a loop is 100 ohms and a beverage. Here's the calculation.
Well,
and it's kind of
so the receive loops that I have looked at, I have one on the Flex. That one is a W6 LVP loop, which is a loop, and you feed it with a 75 ohm, very high quality 75 ohm cable.
Yeah.
But when you get close to the shack and you need to power it, the power for it is out there. And the reason it's powered is that there's a low noise preamp at the antenna to get the best signal out of it possible. Now, a loop on the ground is generally done. You use this binocular toroid and you put that in a little box right at where it connects, and it transforms that and pushes what it's receiving, or the received signals, it pushes them up so that your receiver can actually hear them at a good volume. And again, so you're basically separating the loop from directly connected to your radio at 50 ohms to something that's doing that 50 ohm jump for you. Now, the commercial ones do that.
I always learn so much when Don's on the stream.
That's my issue right now, and the reason why I'm going through this because when I put the analyzer on the antenna out there, it's only giving me like 20 ohms, and so I'm like, okay, so where's the 100 or where is the 300 and something that the beverage is? And there is some interaction between some. Well, I have no reactance at all, 0. And so, like, how do I now? I was okay. Well, what am I going to put on there? Yeah. They say a loop antenna is supposed to be a 2-to-1 balun, right? And then, but I only have 20 ohms. So then, do I do a 1-to-1 choke?
No.
Kyle says, I just stick 75 ohm coax on a log on the ground. The deader the log, the better.
The deader.
Goodness.
Oh my God.
So come on, Kyle. You got that 6700 and you don't have a receive antenna on it? Come on.
So Cameron Cameron says Daniel did something wrong. That's the problem. And actually, no, I have a video coming out right after the stream's over. And you'll see how it works on 80 meters. I'm really, really happy with the results. But for me, the results aren't enough. I want to understand what the hell's going on, right? Like I want to know, like, so do I just put a 2-to-1 when I don't need it? Like, what do I put? How do I calculate?
Well, it's a receive antenna.
Yeah,
it's receiving. What do you need? What do you need? Anything other than it's just receiving? You're just getting signals. You're not, you're not.
I should put a choke on it for sure.
You could. Choke. No, that could make it worse, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You could lose what you're trying to receive. I mean, the whole point of a receive antenna is to, and this is kind of my question too. But in my case, what I'm trying to do is reduce noise. I'm not trying to increase my ability to hear. I'm trying to get my signal to noise ratio up.
Good point.
So the loop that I'm doing, I want the maximum amount of that received signal back to me. And while it's in, that loop format, which allows me number one, to null out a direction, which unfortunately my noise is coming through 60, or it's allowing me to go in and the signal to noise is much better than what actually happens to me is my signals will drop. My noise drops about 2 dB. Yet the height over that noise level of the antenna itself looks very good. And I don't care that it's 50 ohms or 25 ohms, because I just don't seem to be losing anything in that receive. And basically the instructions came back to came along with the antenna to tell me how to do it. So I was lucky in that regard. Now the loop on the ground I've read quite a bit about and seen several videos on, and I know that they always have a transformer in them.
Yeah.
So there's a separation between you and the transformer. So really what you're receiving off of is the back end of that transformer. And is that transformer even efficient at 50 ohms? We don't really know that. And I don't think we're trying to get signal into the coax so we can receive it at the radio.
So here's the question. Do you even need to use coax? Can you just use just go to the center pin, use a straight wire going out of the center pin? You'd be able to receive as well, right?
Yeah, I think so. But and the only challenge to that is the back of the flex uses a BNC. So somewhere I have to, put a BNC on it, but only the center could be connected.
Thank you, Lee. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I had a 1-to-1 on there, and then I put on a, it's just straight. It's just like a dipole without any, it's just to the pins and that, what do you call those things? It looks like a cap, a PVC cap with like two connections for like a dipole, but it's just right to an SO2 250 or what is it?
239.
239, and that's it. And so right now it's just straight to the shack, and my noise floor goes from like 6.7 down to 0.
Wow.
Now my receive is lower, but you'll see in the video it goes from like you hear somebody like in the noise of to like, yeah, so John, how you doing? It's good to hear you. You know, like
oh wow.
It's yeah, so it's really good. The other thing, yeah, but the thing is, so right now it's on the top wire of my deer fencing, and I actually did a test of crossing where I go from the top layer down to the second layer, so having 2 layers of the wire. So that's 520 feet each layer. So that would end up being 1,040 feet in total. Yeah. And I have 4 layers. So I want to do an experiment to see how adding the layers would help. It didn't hurt, that's for sure. Okay. It didn't hurt at all when I added the second layer.
Well, I know Rolly is trying to, what he did was, and what I'm thinking about doing, because I have a wire that I started off trying to, pretend I had a beverage. And I ran it all along the bottom of I have a wooden fence, a wood privacy fence. I ran it all along the bottom rung of that, all the way around. And so it starts at like my back door and goes all the way down to my gate, which is near the front of the house. So, and it's all the way around the outside of the backyard. Mm-hmm. So it's probably 300 feet of wire, I believe. And I could actually hear better with that, not better than the loop, but better. Yeah. The thing I never did was I never went through and tried putting, and I have a couple of 4-foot ground stakes, do the ground stakes and the resistor at the end of it just to see if that would improve it. But it was doing well. I mean, since then I've learned about the loop on the ground. The problem is I don't have any good place to put that down that I would be comfortable that the guys that keep scalping my yard or mowing my yard, but they scalp it every year, wouldn't end up hitting it. And this year they were scalping the yard, even though I told them not to go past a certain point in the yard. They did, and they hit one of the radials on the DX Commander and jerked them all off. And there was just this bundle of wire sitting out in the middle of the yard. So I had to replace all of my radios. Unfortunately, I always have about, and I still do right now, I've got about 200 meters of D10 that I keep on hand for, whatever.
Just in case.
Well, I'm taking real dipoles out of it or whatever. So,
So Joseph asked the question before, why does the impedance matter? And so one of the things to realize is that there are loops at elevation that can be both transmitted and received on.
Yeah.
Right? And so those are 100 ohms, and typically you want to match down to 50 ohms. So it would take it's arbitrarily with these loop antennas. If you install them like, the manual says, then it's a 2-to-1, valid. And so in my case, I'm working with an existing structure at heights, so the parameters change. And that's what I'm trying to understand is how that affects it. So if I just went ahead and I said, okay, I'll accept just to put a 2-to-1 like they say, well, that's exactly what we're talking about. It's irrelevant. And so I'm trying to understand the interaction between all the restraints. Because I'm only receiving, like they're saying, it doesn't really matter, although it'd be nice to try and transmit with this wire too at one point,
No, if you do that you don't do that with a beverage because it's grounded on both ends, right?
Yeah. But the loop's not
a loop. Well, again, depending on how you build the loop, a loop on the ground you wouldn't, because you would be transmitting into the transformer.
Yeah.
So, and generally with a receive loop, by the way, and you might try this, go look on Amazon or whatever. There are low noise preamps out there. And you might see if putting a low noise preamp right at the end of the wire so that you're amplifying what the antenna is receiving, and push that into your coax and see if you don't hear more.
I'm going to need to see that video from Shaq and Greg on his beverage antenna.
Well,
I'll give you a preview.
There's a guy named Ian XFS. He's a UK YouTuber, and he has a good video on how to build a loop on the ground. And there was somebody in the US built one. Oklahoma Ham Radio, I believe, built one. So, but anyway, those are logs, and they're different than other loops. And of course, there's always a skywave.
Yeah,
but those are kind of hard to put up, right, Joe Brett?
Right. Oh man,
wake up!
I put up 80 meter loop and got the infection, man. The virus.
Yeah, true. Do you notice it being easier, or that it being a cleaner receive? Less noise, maybe.
No, not less noise. My noise floor actually came up, but the stations also came up higher than the noise floor did.
Yeah, so your signal noise improved.
Well, that's
so the ratio.
Yeah.
So I sent an email to. Do you guys know Victor Echo 6 Whiskey's Zulu? He's got a YouTube channel. His videos are old, but he's got like a killer antenna farm, like beverage farm.
Oh yeah.
And I sent him an email asking some questions, and one of the questions I asked, because sometimes there's a difference, like Joe said, and there's a reason why I was like that. But like, there comes a question: how do you objectively assess the performance of an antenna, right? Because I was reading another guy who does beverages and all this stuff, and he says it's always our instinct when we put so much time and investment into an antenna that we're pretty, just mentally we're optimistic. Like I think it sounds better, or yeah, I think it's doing better. And so I was like, I had a bunch of questions for him. I said, how do you really objectively assess that? Because like you said, like you were explaining, your noise floor went down, but so did your signal, right? And that's where you're using preamps. So it's very easy as for the noise floor went down, but then is it still like proportionally the same level of the signal that you're receiving and the noise floor? You know what I mean? And so it's a very interesting thing because your meter doesn't necessarily tell the whole truth, and then it's down to your ear. And that's what he said back. He said you really have to listen and assess it that way. And so it can be very subjective sometimes, and that's where a lot of the guys say, don't just make a decision right away. You have to continually be critical about it because, at first you're optimistic. Yeah, it sounds good. And then after a while, you're like, is it really that good?
Always be evaluating.
So I threw something up in the chat, private chat, Daniel. But, and that's just one of. If you go to DX Engineering, they have a lot of parts there for building beverages. And not that you need to buy them, but look at them and see what they do.
Yeah. So I have okay. I've been looking at this.
If you haven't, I don't know. You may have already.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been looking at this, and then one of my buddies here, he's got a bunch of beverages, and we've been looking at it together. And beverages are fun. It's kind of an interesting thing to calculate and look at, but it's when you take it out of the norm. And the reality is it's so funny. There's so many subjective. Like some guys are like 4 feet. 4 feet, and other guys are like 9 feet. It has to be 9 feet, and then other guys are like 8 to 10. And so it's so funny because there's like it's like everything. It's like everything in amateur radio. It's not like science where it's like 1 + 1 or math 1 + 1 is 2. It's like no, it's this, and it never lines up.
Well, there was one that I've seen pictures of in Australia that's only about 6 to 8 inches off the ground.
Yeah,
and so a lot of that will depend on what is the ground between you and the end of that 1,000 feet. Is it going up and down, or is it flat enough that you can be low to the ground? And so, but on that same website I was looking at with DX Engineering, they have ones, or they have the beverage kit, and they have the low level beverage kit, like the ones for like this thing is near the ground kind of thing. So, Yeah, there's a lot of different ways to build them, and I don't know if there is a right or a wrong way. So this may be why they're arguing. They're all correct.
Do their beverage kits include the CO2 canister or not?
By the way, I hope we're not boring the hell out of the people who are listening. I find it very interesting.
There's still 46 of them here, so I'm only signed in with 2 accounts. So, I mean, that means we got a couple people enjoying the conversation here.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Hey, Daniel, are the video that you're going to put out later, is that going to be an instant premiere, or are you going to set that premiere for a certain time so we can drop the link and
the minute,
the
minute we end the stream, I'll just tell it to go, just make it available, and if people want to go watch it, it's only like 3-4 minutes long.
Yeah, set it as an instant premiere. That way we can take some folks with us over there and chat while we're watching it.
Yeah, sounds
trying
good.
to help you,
I'll
brother.
I got to tell you, Daniel. Last night, you put a video out last night, right? Was that it?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm sitting there, I started watching it, and then I reach over and I grab my spit bottle, and man, I didn't even take the top off the bottle, and I was like, "Hey, you got me, man, you got me."
Dude, that was so crazy. And it's not my first time listening to it, but it sounded like the carnival in the horror movies where the person's like, it's like when they're lost and they're going in circles and it's like the clowns are like, that's exactly what it sounded like. That psychotic crazy.
Can you do that again?
What the hell is it?
Can you do that again?
So you're talking about killer clowns from outer space?
Yes.
Yeah, you know what I
Love
mean.
that movie.
I can't wait to see what Joe Brett's going to do with that.
Oh, I just thought of that too. I was like, oh, there we go.
That's because he got that big shit-eating grin whenever he did it.
That right there. Yeah, Hayden will probably beat me to that.
There you got it.
And this has been screen capture gold tonight. Thanks, Daniel. I appreciate that.
Hey, how do I make it an instant premiere? Do I have to do that in the YouTube studio?
I think when you go to post it,
I'm going to make a premiere at exactly 10 p.m. tonight. That's what I'm going to do.
So 10 p.m. Central?
Eastern.
No, 10 p.m. Eastern, which is my time. Yeah, that's almost as bad. Who asked that
14
question?
minutes from now.
What time?
14 minutes from now.
So we got to start wrapping things up then.
So we need to make sure that we're done ahead of time so that everyone can migrate over, and drop the link in the chat when you get it done, so that all 40 something of us can migrate over and watch your video.
Correct.
We're October 5th today, right? I told you I live my life one day.
Today is October the 5th.
October the 5th.
And let me guess,
I'm 4 days away from being 43.
That's okay. I'm 2 months from 63. So,
you don't look a day over 40, man.
So the comment on the video that makes Daniel rant is the winner, right?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Very good. Very good.
What's
So,
that?
Daniel, if you're actually posting at UTC, it's 1:47 tomorrow. So,
yeah, I'll put the link in the. There you go. There's a link.
So everybody, hop on that link.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel, Evan with Hamaholic was wondering what time is that in Canada?
Yeah, it was so funny because I don't forget who it was. They're like, "What time is it in Canada up there?" I'm like, "What time?" It was like 9 p.m. and I'm like, I don't know, 5. It's 5 a.m. I'm like, we're right above you guys. Where the hell? Like, we're pretty much the same time as you, depending on where you are, east to west. You know. Anyways,
get the last one in. Keep it going, Molson, while you're at it.
No, but it's pretty. It's as a Canadian, I pretty much know what state is in what time zone. The only one I didn't know was Hawaii, and then the other day when what's his name when. Chuck was on the live stream. They're like, "What time is it?" He's like 4:30 in the morning. I was like, "Yes,
so,
now yeah."
In 6 hours.
So, Daniel, have you done any aurora photography while you're up there? No.
You should.
The last time
look at the aurora.
The last time I saw the aurora really crazy was like when I was a kid, like when I was maybe early teens.
Like, it hasn't been like,
you're still considered the mid latitudes, right? I don't think you're considered the upper latitudes where you're at.
No, I'm like 45th.
Yeah.
But even my sister lived up in Iqaluit, and it was spotty.
Well, yeah, I mean, the other day when that Tamitha was showing the pictures, there were some taken in Wisconsin. So,
oh yeah. The other day it was really good.
But pictures are very tricky, right? Because if you leave it the lens like a long, what is it? Long lens,
long
exposure.
exposure.
You'll pull everything in, right? And like to your naked eye, you don't see something, and then all of a sudden it's like, look at all that.
Yep.
And,
amazing what that long exposure does.
I want to say something so bad.
No,
ladies and gentlemen, long exposure to the Ham Radio Clubhouse is bad for your health.
Don't fall out of your chair, Don.
Is it the kind of exposure that comes behind a trench coat?
You okay, Don? You okay?
Not yet.
It's a good thing he doesn't have a cigar. He'd have dropped that sucker already.
That Shane, this has been like the 8th time he's dropped it tonight. In fact, earlier tonight, I saw Tank that he had dropped his pipe. So I think we did good tonight.
Sorry, Tank. I didn't mean to make you drop your pipe there, buddy.
Oh, my God.
Hey, boys, we better start doing the rounds because I got a premiere at 10 o'clock, and don't you dare go a second over at 10, okay? Let me just say that now.
So while we're here,
you do have a 2-minute counter whenever that thing starts.
And he's going to snort his beer.
All right.
I switched to leaded.
Then I'll leave and let you guys close it out. How's that?
Don, thank you, man.
Thanks for stopping in, Don. Always a pleasure. Thank you so much. Any chance.
Don Army.
What'd you say?
Good guy.
What did you say, Shane? Try that again.
I said I want to say what I want to say so bad. I said thanks for coming on anytime. Beer snack.
So
fuck you.
The other day, last week, I was having problems with my 920 rig, and it wasn't transmitting at all. I was having issues. So I said to Don, I said, Don, can I do a video chat with you? He's like, yeah, no problem. So like I show it to him. He's like, well, maybe something's loose inside, right? Or something like that. Anyways, I open it up, and what do you know? Like a bunch of the little modules are in there that had to be pushed back in. And it worked. So Don is our go-to guy. He's such we appreciate him. Thank you for being our technical advisor on the Ham Radio Clubhouse. Your check will be in the mail in 30 years. Do you take post? Do you take post-dated checks, Don? Just asking.
I want to date this for 2028.
So, it's Canadian. Thanks, it's Don. No good anyway.
Don's a good Elmer.
Absolutely.
8 minutes. 8 minutes.
No, the reason we're going to go over is because Daniel keeps talking. So we all know that Daniel's got a video coming up after this, and Shane's going to be doing a whole bunch of things that nobody really cares about because nobody watches his channel.
Yep.
And Joe just likes to just release videos all at once. Don is enjoying himself right now, and Don, go to Rhode Island on the 16th, so that way I can get Rhode Island for my worked all states, and so she can Shane. And as far as me, you're not getting squat out of me except Tuesday nights and Thursday nights. Am I done? Have we done? Have we closed the show tonight?
I feel like we're watching the Sopranos. I feel like we're watching the Sopranos right now. So he doesn't know what he wants. He's not doing anything.
The Jersey and me just came out. We're good. We're done. All right. Have a good night, everybody. Peace. Unless Shane, you want to do something.
Play it out. Play out that music.
October the 16th and 17th. Mark it on your calendar. If you're in Texas and want to drive down to Huntsville, come join Mike, Kate, Armady, and I. Come hang out, have fun, play on the radio.
Didn't switch to let it.
Well, I had one.
It's not enough.
Come hang out. Saturday and Sunday, I believe Jason's Ham Radio 2.0 is going to come out on Sunday. We'll see. But anyway, come hang out with us. Awkward Wave. I'm good. See ya.
You're good? Hold on. Let me click the button here. You got to get to the button first.
Please copy.
Hi, everybody.
Come back sometime.
Bye, Kyle.
Love you. Mean it.
Yeehaw!